Hi there, everyone. My name is Anthony, and I am here with...
Kyland.
And this is another reaction to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We're now on Season 2, Episode 6, Halloween, which I would assume is an episode that is about Christmas. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to incorporate Santa Claus and all that
Are
kind
you
of stuff.
sure? I thought it was definitely going to be about Thanksgiving.
You know, you might be right. This is one of the tougher episodes to guess what it's going to be about based off the title. So I guess we're just going to have to go in this kind of, blindly.
Watch it and find out, you know what I mean?
Halloween, Season 2, Episode 6. You got anything you want to see, per se, maybe? Any characters that we haven't seen in a while you want to see again? Or just any plot points you want to see brought back up?
I was thinking about the channel today earlier, and I was like, what do I want to see on Buffy? Because I knew you were going to ask me that. And I'm really thinking, I want to see some more Spike. I feel like we got a little taste of him at the beginning of Season 2, and I feel like it's 6 episodes in. We really should at least get a little taste to see what's going on with him at this point. That would be nice.
Makes sense. Well, let's delay no longer and get into Buffy Season 2, Episode 6, Halloween. Ow.
Wow, throwing pumpkins.
Ooh, these vampires are getting crafty. World Star! Ooh.
Nice.
Gotta love those steak kills.
Yeah.
And he just sat and watched that for some reason.
He didn't even try to help his comrade. Maybe it's not his comrade.
Yeah, there's something deeper going on here.
Nail polish and facials. You know what I think about? Ambush tactics. Beheading. Not exactly the stuff dreams are made of.
Seth Green is in it again. Oh, James Marsters. Okay.
Yeah.
So Spike is in this episode.
I've always hated how they kind of spoil it when they show those, those credits at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'd love to sign up, but I recently developed carpal tunnel syndrome and can tragically no longer hold a flashlight.
Here she is with these outlandish excuses again.
Mm-hmm.
Something damn manly.
Get gone. Diet.
Do you know what you just did?
Standard.
A black guy heals, Buffy, but cowardice has an unlimited shelf life. Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot for your help.
Did anybody even see that?
See what? Did they get the drink?
See Buffy save him from that guy.
Oh, yeah. Probably not, now that I'm thinking about it. Nobody actually said anything or made a spectacle.
Does Giles live in that library?
I mean, he must. He has to.
Jeremy Giles. You need to have some
It's
fun.
literally the only place you ever see him.
I'll have you know that I have many relaxing hobbies.
Such as?
Cleaning the library.
You know how disgusting it is for me to even contemplate you grown-ups having smoochies, but I think you should go for it. Must have been wonderful. Put on some fantabulous gown and go to a ball like a princess. And have horses and servants and yet more gowns.
Yeah. Still, I think I prefer being able to vote. Or I will when I can.
That reminds me of those pictures or videos on Twitter and stuff where people be like, oh, I wish that I grew up in the 1940s or 1950s, hard eyes, and it'd be black people, and people would be like, why?
Yeah, because of slavery.
Well, slavery wasn't around then, but
Oh, well, you know what I mean.
But yeah, still though, it still was not fun. I'm sure of that.
Yeah, definitely not.
He has to wait for his dad to get back before he can take the car? Cordelia, I think his parents have been dead for a couple of 100 years.
Oh, good. I mean... What?
Angel's a vampire. I thought you knew. Or whatever.
But when it comes to dating, I'm the slayer.
That's kind of messed up of them to just go around spreading Angel's business like that.
Seriously.
And Cordelia just said, when it comes to dating, I'm the Slayer.
Huh. She must be really good at dating,
Time
man.
on.
It's kind of she was kind of ahead of her time, considering how people be talking about Slay now. You know, never mind.
No, I mean, yeah, now that you mention it.
I'm really sorry about this morning.
Do you mind, Buffy? I'm trying to repress.
Did he
Promise from
get
now
that
on,
costume,
when I get public.
like a gun and stuff, to like
Thank
overcompensate?
you. Okay,
I think he
actually, I
did.
could have.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's no way I could ever afford this.
Oh, nonsense. I feel quite moved to make you a deal you can't refuse.
I mean, isn't it just a costume?
Yeah.
I guess some costumes are expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
Rewind. Let's see that again.
There you go.
Nice. It's almost like I could just sense him coming up
Ricky.
again.
Someone new.
And that's the someone. There's one thing about Buffy, they don't usually keep things like a mystery in terms of who it is doing it. Like, it's not
Yeah.
like they made it like a twist that the shop owner ended up being him. They just, 2 scenes later, showed.
After trick or treating, Mom's gonna be out.
I kind of realized something as soon as I saw him.
Oh, yeah?
Blasphemous
Yeah.
past. I'll show him I can quaff with the best
You
of them.
just have that vibe.
Okay,
Yeah,
Willow, come
just
out.
because he gave her the
Can't hide
dress
in
for
their own
free, really.
Okay.
True. Willow stepping out.
Wow. You're a dish.
Is that like the same as a snack? Or more?
Halloween is the
A
night.
snack?
Not you.
She said you're a
It is you,
dish.
but not you.
Oh.
You know?
Huh. I guess a dish would be a little bit more than a snack.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because they just switched styles for Halloween.
Well, oh, you think that's Willow's style?
I mean, I feel like it's closer to what Willow would wear than what Buffy would wear.
Yeah, true.
But Willow has on like a Buffy style outfit.
And there's Oz.
Why can't I meet a nice girl like that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
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 That was a funny sequencing of events.
Okay, on
Yeah, it was.
extra candy, tiered.
She must be stopped.
Yeah.
What?
Isn't that like way more expensive than just buying some candy? Like she really
Toothbrushes?
just
Yeah,
bought a
like
bunch of
seriously,
toothbrushes.
that's not a good investment.
Persona corpem et sanguem.
What do you think he's doing?
Can't say. I think a ritual of some type.
Janus.
Well, obviously a ritual.
Showtime.
I could have sworn I had
HBO.
more candy. I'm sorry, Mr. Monster.
What?
Maybe I.
That's crazy. He turned these kids into their.
Oh my god. Where did that gun come from?
What? That's crazy. So what is she? So she's a.
Yeah, she's
a real ghost?
Ghost.
Buffy!
Are you okay?
This could be a situation.
Buffy, what do we do?
This could be. Oh,
Huh.
that was helpful.
Yeah, really.
She's not
Now that's a pretty cool scheme.
Oh, this is fun.
Turn them all into their costumes.
Yeah.
1775, I believe.
So she's in the same year that girl they were looking at
Your dress.
earlier was in. Wow.
Everything is strange.
I suggest we get inside before we come across another.
A demon! A demon!
It's not a demon, it's a car.
Would never wear this, that low apparel, and I don't like this place, and I don't like you, and I just want to go home.
You are home.
Would never wear that
dress
low
up like
apparel.
Say?
He's shooting these children in the face.
Monster, remember?
I guess he just made a noise to scare them.
Damn it!
What in the world? Is she not a cat?
Yeah, she didn't turn into a cat.
Oh wait, maybe she didn't get her costume from that place.
Cordelia,
What's
Sure.
going on?
just sit tight.
Who died and made her the boss?
She saw her walk through the wall. And technically, she died and made herself the boss.
This is just neat.
What?
You would take orders from a woman? Are you feeble in some way?
Man and woman, we have this. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to fight.
Fight these low creatures? I'd sooner die.
Then you'll die.
Oh, good. You guys are all right.
Then you'll die.
It's still chaos out there.
Who are you?
What's up with your hair?
They don't know who they are. Everyone's turned into a monster. It's a whole big thing. How are you?
But I don't want to go with you. I like the man with the musket.
Come on.
That's funny. In this reality, Buffy likes Xander more than Angel.
Angel.
What is that?
Oh, what?
Is that a vampire?
I don't know. I think that's the dude. The dude from the shop.
I don't think that's him. But how did a vampire get in the house? Did somebody invite him in?
I don't even know what I'm looking for.
I don't
I
know.
can't turn the page.
Somewhere out here is the tenderest meat you've ever tasted. And all we have to do is find her first.
Dang, this is tense.
Yeah, that's pretty low of Spike. I thought he would have wanted to, take his third Slayer out when they were actually in Slayer mode. I guess he just doesn't
Yeah.
care.
Nah, some killers are just cold-blooded. Just want to kill just to kill.
Yeah.
Hello, Ripper.
I was just thinking these two got like a similar vibe to each other. It's funny that they know each other.
It's strange, but beating up that pirate gave me a weird sense of closure.
Guys! Guys, you gotta get inside.
Oh my god.
We need a triage. Move.
I hope that Xander gets to remember that closure when they change back.
Yeah.
What's in the bargain for me?
You get to live. Oh, Rupert, you're scary.
Dang. I've never seen Giles get that crazy before.
Yeah.
But he did it with like some suaveness to him still though.
That's what's crazy. Yeah, Giles is really suave, like when he wants to be at least. Like, he just punched that guy out and made it look like he was
Like it
just...
it was so luxurious.
Right.
There's a lot going on in this episode.
Yeah. There is. And Spike was like, I'm gonna just hop in and take advantage.
Ripper was long gone.
He's like that lady.
Tell me how to stop the spell.
Say pretty, please.
Oh.
That was,
Like, this man like had like a handkerchief.
he was really just wiping his hands off while he did that. Oh man.
Love it.
Dang. Poor Buffy. Can't even defend herself.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is actually really convincing me that like she's this scared. Like, this is a good switch of, character.
Oh, but as soon as she breaks the statue,
Now that guy
he's gonna get that ass whooping.
Why is Spike going so slow? Like,
What the?
Hi, honey. I'm home.
so was she aware that whole time?
No, I don't think so.
The way she said that, yeah, I mean, it is weird.
You know what? It's good to be me.
That is weird though, cause like the way that they were acting, they couldn't tell like what was going on.
I mean, I know they couldn't tell, but I'm like, could some part inside of them like see it and couldn't control it? Because she's talking like she knew what was happening, saying it feels good to be me.
And then she was like, "Honey, I'm home."
Like in the sunken place when like they can just see the portal from far away, but they can't
Yeah.
control.
That's true.
Oz pulled up in the mystery machine. Bristol region. It always confused me. Why is his driver's seat on this side of the car?
That's actually pretty weird because I saw somebody with their driver's seat on the wrong side in like just driving down Peachtree the other like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was like, is that normal? I was like, must be a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Interesting. How?
You know how.
Still, I had a really hard day. You should probably tell me.
You're right. I should.
Wasn't Angel just saying 2 episodes ago how they couldn't be together?
Yeah, he was.
Maybe even 1 episode ago, actually. With the frat boys. Boom. All right. That is the end of Halloween. I thought this was a great portrayal of St. Patrick's Day. One of the best I've seen on film. So I gotta give, Joss Whedon and team props on that. But anyway, what did you think of this episode?
It was kind of all over the place at some points, but when it had its footing, I think.
So were there any, I guess, particular aspects of it that you felt were weaker in specific?
Yeah, I think that the monster of the week and the fight with Spike were kind of like trying to fighting for the spotlight in some ways. Like some points it was Giles and his battle with this dude, and then other points it was Spike capitalizing on this dude's. But then at the same time, I mean, in some ways it did kind of work well together, kind of like fitting in and kind of just, if you kind of give it that suspension of disbelief, quote unquote, like if you kind of just forego all of that and kind of see how Spike would kind of like fall into that position, because I mean it would prove to be to his benefit, you know. So I mean, of course, he would capitalize on the situation.
Yeah, I mean, I personally feel like, of course, I guess with everything in this show and most TV shows, it's a level of suspension of disbelief. But I guess to me, I didn't feel like they were conflicting or competing with each other as much as I felt like, they were just A and B storylines that were going on. And they found a way to have that villain introduce this villain. And kind of, how usually on this show so far, the kind of the monster of the week villain of the show has ended up facing Buffy at the end, basically, or whatnot. But it's like they kind of found a way to take the monster of the week and put him against Giles, while Buffy was dealing with, the, I guess, more recurring Spike. And I felt like it made for at least a good, avenue to opening up this kind of possibility of Giles' past and what all could have happened there, because we definitely learned a lot more about that.
Yeah, it's fun to see into his backstory a little bit. I like that.
And I thought the concept of the episode was pretty neat. I don't know if that's been done before. It sounds like something that would have been done before, just because it's so like, not even basic is the word, but it's just so like, oh, that definitely seemed like something that would happen. And I feel like those are the best type of ideas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, dang, how have I not seen that before? So, yeah, I mean, I thought it was a really cool concept. Like, everybody's Halloween costumes, they turn into that and embody it.
Yeah, I did think that was pretty interesting with the Halloween costumes, how they were becoming their costumes. That was a pretty neat little visually it looked pretty cool.
Yeah. And it gave the actors more of a chance to display their acting abilities and stuff, especially Sarah Michelle Gellar, since her role kind of switched up the most, really. And I thought it was it worked really well as, I love it when shows do this. I feel like any good show does this. And it's when, they manage to take a theme that is kind of, in the episode, but isn't necessarily the conflict of the episode, but then take the conflict of the episode and address that theme with it. And that's what they did with the whole idea of Xander's kind of fragile masculinity in a way, and Buffy's idea that she's not like those pretty girls of olden times and whatnot. And then I guess Willow was a ghost because she purposely made herself a ghost because she wanted to cover up and not be seen and whatnot. And so then she kind of actually becomes a ghost, which is interesting. Kind of like, I guess, kind of similar to Out of Mind, Out of Sight. But yeah. So they managed to tie all these costumes together into the issues they were dealing with at the beginning of the episode. So
Yeah.
that's always nice. So I'm actually recording this right after getting off the phone with Kylan. And maybe I'll put it in a little bit before I close the video out. But one thing I noticed this episode, and I've kind of been noticing in other episodes before this, it seems like they're really foreshadowing that Xander and Cordelia relationship that is coming. Just through, like, I guess, shot selection and maybe somewhat dialogue. But the blocking of a lot of these shots and the way it happens, it just feels like I can't help but see the foreshadowing. Like when Angel and Buffy, when they start talking to each other at the end of the episode after Buffy comes back, and Xander and Cordelia are looking at each of them because Xander liked Buffy and Cordelia liked Angel, but then Buffy and Angel walk out of the shot and it zooms into Xander and Cordelia. I was like, that was some crazy foreshadowing. And I know that was something they planned from the start. I know Joss had always planned for Xander and Cordelia to get together even before the series started, so I know this was intentional. So I thought that was cool. Buffy and Angel leave the shot and it just leaves Xander and Xander and Cordelia there together. And then there was in the other episode too, where Cordelia came up to Xander and he kind of shunned her and then was asking Willow, why is it like this? Why don't we have girlfriends and boyfriends? So a lot of Xander and Cordelia foreshadowing. I don't remember when the relationship starts, but I think it's this season, so this is all going to start being paid off soon, I believe.
Angel had a lot of screen time this episode. More screen time than he usually does when he's in an episode.
Yeah, that's true. Usually he just walks in and says an ominous line and walks out.
Yeah, and that's about as often you hear from him.
But yeah, they definitely did give Angel life. In fact, honestly, I feel like this episode really did a good job juggling all the characters in comparison to a lot of the previous episodes, because it feels like a lot of different people got good moments and good things to do between Buffy, Angel, Spike, Xander, Giles, and Willow.
Yeah.
And even Cordelia. It seemed like they all kind of had a purpose and whatnot, and they were all kind of doing something this episode. So I actually felt like it did a good job juggling these different storylines. It did feel like a lot was going on, but to me it seemed like they pulled it off. We got more Spike like you were hoping to see, and we got more Oz. It seems like they just keep on. Right now Oz is kind of in that space where he's there for like a line or two and is gone. But they definitely keep on hinting towards, at least him liking Willow. We have no idea what her thoughts might be back towards him. But
I'm sure that once she finds out about him, she'll probably like him.
So then, what do you think might happen now between Willow and Xander? Do you think things will go that direction, or do you think they'll go the Willow and Oz direction, or do you have any prediction?
Well, I think if she starts paying attention to Oz, what's probably going to happen is Xander's going to get jealous. Because that's just kind of a typical thing that happens in those kind of scenarios. The guy always gets jealous after the girl kind of like leaves and does her own thing. So I could see that happening.
And it seems like a Xander thing to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I feel like her and Oz are going to get together.
Makes sense. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of Oz and finding more about him, because right now he's not to the extent that Angel was, but he's kind of in that Angel space of season 1 of being really mysterious and not knowing much about him, just in a different way. Angel was all dark and broody and only showing up in alleyways. Oz is just like basically constantly on the periphery. You know what I mean? So it's like he might bump into one of them or something, but nothing else happens. And yeah, so interesting to see where they're taking that. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, personally, I enjoyed this episode pretty well. I thought it was, I think this, in my opinion, was one of the stronger ones of the season so far, and I think the season's been good, just based off of the concept and the way that it kind of progressed the characters, or at least gave them some closure, like Xander said, through the conflict. So I like the episode.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty okay episode. Like I said, for me it was a little distracting with all the different storylines. Although I do see what you're saying, just it being an A and B plot. I guess it was kind of hard for me to see that at first when I was watching it.
Fair enough. I can definitely see where you're coming from too. But what do you think, viewer? Leave a comment below and let us know what you think about the video. You see that segue that I just did there? Okay. Also, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And that's going to be it for this video. So, peace out, everybody.
Bye. See ya.
Welcome to the hellmouth where there's no escaping. You gotta keep it real, cause it ain't no faking. Mean streets, so I always keep that stake on me. Pull it out in case a vamp tryna prey on me. Make no assumptions. Sunnydale should run up on them at the wrong time, you will get dusted. Trust it.